Bell horns have been a unique staple of each and every city. These cities use these goal horns when their home team scores a goal. I found it very interesting that each and every team would use a kind of a thing. Basically, long story short, my first Rampage game, I discovered that whole entire thing. And they used something pretty similar to Dallas's horn, but we'll get into that a little later with the AHL version of it. But long story short, today I'm going to be doing a 95 subscriber special for all of you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, and of course, thank you guys for watching all my videos. I really appreciate that, and I look forward to making more in the future later on. And to help celebrate this accomplishment, which is pretty big, I'm going to be remaking and updating the every origin of every goal horn video that was posted by another YouTuber, which has gone pretty old and I want to update it now. The N2B Goal Horns channel has not been active in a long time, and I want to continue making kind of these videos for you guys. So without further ado, every NHL Goal Horn Origins Updated is coming up right after this. This episode has been brought to you by my Discord channel. Check it out. I have all the NCHL teams and all the NCHL games right here. And they're only on Discord. These games are on Discord only, except for some, if not most. And most of these are from highlights from the own. Some of these are Discord only, and others are actually previewed through my own YouTube channel. So go ahead and check it out. Link will be in the description down below. Also, you can check out all the Discord communities that I follow, including the Goal Horn Hub community. Yes, that's right, there is a community for that. And every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, I do cover each and every game that I can, including Vegas Golden Knights games, Henderson Silver Knights games, Florida Panther games, and on occasion, Dallas Star games. So you can go ahead and check that out. Link will be in the description below with the same kind of link for this thing. In this installment of Hockey Profiles, we'll be going through the exact same order that other video was, starting with Blackhawks in the 1970s. They started off with a yacht horn, and it then turned from a Kallenberg Q3. They used that ever since the 1973 playoffs, haven't used it since, until later on in the 1980s. Then it made it a permanent addition. Kallenberg Q3 was in 1998 for the Buffalo Sabres and has been used ever since then in KeyBank Center. The song has been accompanied by a lot of goal horn, a lot of songs nowadays, but it was accompanied by DJ Cool, Let Me Clear My Throat. In 1992, the Jets have made a Leslie rail horn that has been used in 1992 till the Winnipeg Jets moved to Arizona. Since then, the AHL affiliate's been using it, and now the reincarnation of the Jets and the Moose use the same horn. 1992, the Hartford Whalers used Kallenberg Q4, which honestly sounds like a broken ass horn to be honest. But I can see where the culture comes from. They moved from Hartford in 1997 to Carolina, to the PNC Arena nowadays, where the same horn is used for Carolina Hurricane goals. Kallenberg EP90 has been added to the Honda Center for Anaheim Ducks. They dropped the Mighty Ducks later on in 1997 and have just been called the Anaheim Ducks. The horn was acquired with the sound of the siren until the 2016-17 season during the playoffs. Their next door neighbor to the Ducks, the San Jose Sharks, used a Triton S120 and has been using it ever since their inaugural season. They've used Rock and Roll Part 2 for their 25th season, but then went back to Get Ready for This and has not stopped using that song since. A Kallenberg 202C has been added to Scottrade Center, now known as the Enterprise Center, back in the 1990s, and was one of the most iconic horns till it got broken and sounds like a bit of a broken horn. But it's iconic, so who really cares? The Blues love it. In the Joe Louis Arena, a Bull Ree horn was acquired in 1995. Home for the Joe Louis Arena, and that's the only horn they've used since then. When they made the trade to Little Caesars Arena 2017, they had a recording, and let's just say fans were not too pleased with that. Hopefully the horn will make a comeback someday. Also back in 1995, the Ottawa Senators had an M34, a Nathan M34, which had a similar sounding sound in the 1995 season. A foul bell was in their mix, but thankfully that has been fixed and they've not stopped using that horn since to this day. Their current song is Song 2 from Blur. (1997) was a year the Panthers would add a Q3 in the mix. A lot of songs were made, but the one that stuck to this day is Sweetness by Jimmy Eats World, which is also, fun fact, a track on the 2003 NHL game, and one of my personal favorites. (1998), the Kallenberg KDT-123 has been added. There were two of them, to be exact, in the Reunion Center, or Reunion Arena, till the Dallas Stars made it to the American Airlines Center. The second one made it to the Texas Stars, their affiliate, in the HEB Center. An F3 Arena horn was added in 1999 for the Nashville Predators in Bridgeport Arena, or Bridgeport Center, if I'm saying that right. Of course, the second one was used to drown out the crowd's loud cheering, along with Tim McGraw's I Like It, I Love It, and Gold on the Ceiling, a copyright statement for the ages, and a nightmare. Calgary used a Buell 4 chime set in Scotiabank Arena in 2002 and has been used up to date. There was also a chime horn for the WHL Calgary Hitmen and the NCHL Calgary Knights. The Edmonton Frauds, back in 1999, during their Rexall place, used a Hadley Bully horn, had a tube installed to drown out the crowd once again, and has made a change to Rogers Place in 2016, with their most iconic song, Stabbed, and Hell Yeah added in 2020, which honestly they should have not gotten rid of in the slightest. S23C has been added to Nationwide Arena in 2000 and has kind of differentiated through the years. And the Cannon was added in 2007 with the iconic song For Those About to Rock and Loxley's The Whip. The snub of the Stanley Cup Championship that I hate the most is Montreal Canadiens, or Les Montreal des Habs. They used a Nathan air chime, which had an angelic sound, but now turns into a car alarm. The Habs have been using it ever since to this day. In late 2000s, the Minnesota Wild came to the state of hockey, later on having a Kallenberg Q3A, which has been used ever since then. They also have a little lighthouse with fog machines that lights up every single time the Man Bear Pigs score a goal. From the Fort Never Lose to Barclays Center to their new shiny arena, the UBS Arena, they used a Kallenberg T3A. And to be honest, seeing a picture that they've leaked, I think they use all three for the new arena. Which, to be honest, seems pretty cool. Bringing it all together. Much like the duel of Ovechkin and Backstrom, the horn that the Caps use is a Kallenberg T3, along with a police siren. Fun fact, it's been removed for about a year, but the fans hated that choice and it's been brought back and has not been removed since. Although, to be fair, it should have been removed and stayed removed, because the siren is overkill. On to the two-time defending Stanley Cup champions, and the most overrated teams, in my opinion. Fight me. The Tampa Bay Lightning used a Kallenberg S203C and have not stopped using it since. The arena has got an update in 2012 with Tesla coils, which admittedly is pretty cool. The Phoenix Desert Dogs used a Kallenberg Q3 in Jobbing.com Arena. Then, when they made the move to Glendale, Arizona, they still use that horn. Although now that I think about it, I think they use a recording now, if I'm not mistaken. Probably am. Because honestly, it sounds a lot quieter than what it's been in years. The original Kallenberg KPH was used in Colorado's debut in Pepsi Center in 2003 or 5, to be exact. Now, as known as the Ball Arena, they still use that horn to this day. And got out an embarrassing outing in 2014. Kicking off the Sidney Crosby era, the Energy Center used an air chime of some sorts, which had a melodic ring to it, and honestly, it's pretty memorable to be a date. Kicking off the Sidney Crosby era, the Yinzer Penguins used that horn for every Pens goal. Another horn that was used in 2005 was a Kallenberg S203 CV, similar to Boston, but not by much. Maple Leaf fans loved the goal and actually had it in the poll, which was chosen and has been used ever since to replace the buzzing siren, I guess? Or buzzer? I don't really know. Another one in 2005, the Philadelphia Flyers replacing a Calgary Flames horn with a Kallenberg S203C. They've been using it ever since. It's gotten shorter, and they have still not brung back dupe. In 2007, the TD Garden opened, and of course, they had a Kallenberg S203C as their horn. It's a recording, and it's haunted Leaf fans to this day.
But it lingers. And it haunts.
On to Cartman's favorite hockey team. The Nathan K3LA has been added to the Los Angeles Kings dome, replacing what sounds like a ship horn, more or less. And it's been there to score. And the Staples Center, now known as the Crypto.com Arena. Good horn, a bad title for an arena. The Kallenberg D4A has been added from a recording back to the real thing and was the loudest NHL horn to date in New Jersey and has been used ever since this day. They replaced Rock and Roll Part 2 with the Gaslight Howl. And fans always saying you suck to the opposing teams, beating their rival Rangers. Speaking of which, 1995, we didn't really have much of a identity for the horn, so we just put synthesized truck horns and a New York fire engine, I suppose. It's been used in the famous arena, Madison Square Garden, for Rangers goals, and brought to you with a song created by their musical director, Ray Scatolti. Yep, there's a lot of these, and no, I'm not going to explain each and every one of them. I'm just going to call them the rock horns, because honestly, they sound like they're using multiple horns. Their latest one has been added in 2008, and has been used ever since. Although in Go Horn Hub, the 2011 version sounds a lot different. Now to my favorite team. The inaugural season Vegas Knights used a Sharks horn, which was a recording, then purchased a Kallenberg KPH-130, which, to be honest, sounds kind of a lot better than the Colorado Avalanche, accompanied by the song Vegas Lights by Panic at the Disco, which was pretty clever. And finally, the moment you've been waiting for. Gotta be honest, I'm a little disappointed in this one. I thought it'd be a lot cooler. This one is a Dorian Cunningham 6-B, and it's the newest horn in the newest arena, Climate Pledge Arena. And to be honest, it's a disappointing horn with this most disappointing team to ever be in the NHL. Well, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with everyday videos. Until next time, thanks for watching, and of course, peace and God bless.